See, we should have. Yep, here we go. Get Twitch up. Hey, there we are. What's up, everybody? Post stuff up on the server and we'll get going. YouTube link. Playing the new IB build. With affiliate Twitch features. Because, yeah, I just made affiliate. So, we got channel points and all kinds of stuff going on here. You want to send a text to speech or whatever? You got it. I think I set it up correctly. I hope I did. But yeah. And I'm just gonna be playing some stuff. Playing around, seeing what issues I can find. See, there I go. There is my OBS. And I should be able to see all of your chats and everything. Fantastic. Iliac Bay. And yes, I'm being attacked by a pirate. That was unnecessary. Whoa. Oh shit. Okay, you go for it, ghoul. Do it. No, I'm not fucking with you. So yeah, this is a new merge. We just merged in a bunch of the stuff that I've been working on. So, just like Old Crime should be in here, 100%. And new leveled lists and stuff like that, so all the vendors should work. Actually, I can go and test that right now. Pretty sure all the run-to leveled lists also work. And I'm gonna do some Eco Herna quests to see if we can trigger this side quest organically. Got for sale. Boom. Fantastic. Sandals. Yeah. Oh, actually, I can go here and get his quest for the pirate captain stuff. We are quiet people now, Nudri, though perhaps Rasad could use you on the farm. Gonna check in on... There we go. There's Twitch and everything. Yeah, just no chat, that's fine. What's up? What is an Ite? Who is an Ite, you mean, Nudri? The answer is, I suppose, a guide, perhaps, or chief. The chief is too strong and guide too spiritual. Also, I have a drink. My partner got me this, like, whole crowler of beer. thinking that like, oh, she might like it, and then she didn't. So I've just been drinking this whole thing. So I'm a little tipsy. Where's your pirate dialogue for the pirate thing? Since the war things have changed, now I count on exports to survive. How have things changed? People left, yeah. This is the oath. I thought you had the pirate captain. Is there anything you'd recommend doing? Pirates, okay, there you go. Pirates and the like have a nasty tendency to hide out in the island's caves and sheltered coves. The painful job of trying to figure out what Prime Minister is. Oh boy. Oof. Yeah, I have no idea what a Prime Minister would be for the Empire. That's one of those, like, weird, I guess it's an anachronism? Kind of? Not really, but also, like, I don't know what a Prime Minister's duties would be. I guess they would be, like... Because they couldn't be a king. Because you have kings in this universe. They wouldn't be, like, a... I guess if somewhere had, like, a parliamentary republic sort of thing, where you would have, like, a Prime Minister... I don't know where would have that besides maybe like one city in Hammerfell. Um, being done about them? Not enough. On Stroh sometimes come searching for a crew who've attacked the wrong merchant ship, but they don't care much about her nor its trade. I actually just sent out an email to someone for this voice part, so hopefully we should have this pretty soon. Still looking for female voice actors. I actually just got a new audition in that I need to listen to for some of the female Redguard parts. Think of pirates using my weapons. We would keep to ourselves, we wouldn't have these problems. It's pretty wrong, to be honest, but characters are allowed to be wrong. Would you want someone to deal with the pirates? Yes, okay. This is a lot of dialogue to get this miscellaneous task. I don't think I fully realized this when I, like, went through the writing. It's kind of nice, in a way. It's like a good, like, natural conversation if you actually go through the full thing. They operate out of Cutthroat Key on the southern edge of the island. If we merely cut off the head of the stick, the rest will fall. And I will go and do that. And at the end of the line, it should proc up the boop. Yep, there it is. This way. My arm is in shadow. Oh, I gotta move my death counter to see that. 1 second. Boop. It's used twice in Elder Scrolls, once in the real Baranzaya, and the other in the novels. So it's like an imperial title that's under the Emperor and under the imperial appointed monarchy of Morrowind. Interesting. So I guess at that point it would be like a sort of a liaison between like the maybe a liaison between the emperor and the monarchy, or between the monarchy and like a sort of parliament or a council if they have like a noble council. I'm not really sure how Morrowind is set up. It could be a number of things. I'm just gonna bump. Nope, nope. Come on. This one.
Congratulations. I guess this means you're a Twitch affiliate now?
Yeah. What's up? Thank you. Yep. Now I have all the weird text to speech and fun stuff. I set up a bunch of the alerts earlier, so I should have like sub alerts and all of that stuff and channel points and whatnot. Actually, here, wait. I think I can. I think I can just give out channel points. Yeah, I can just like give people stuff. Yeah, I set my ads really low
Farm?
because I'm not.
What even is there to farm in Hammerfell? Sand? Who the
Yes.
fuck needs to farm sand, unless you were trying to tell me that you guys are including plants in Hammerfell? Didn't you guys play
What is there
ESO?
to farm
You
in
see,
Hammerfell?
I am a lore expert, which you hobbyists clearly aren't. And I like to make sure everything lines up with the lore presented to us. If you guys don't want to do things properly, then I have zero faith in this project. Enjoy never releasing, and if you do release, enjoy never being as lore friendly as ESO.
That was the perfect first test text to speech. Like, absolutely fantastic. I think Garfield is the one who made that like copy pasta in the first place. I've got to. I should add in a conditional for this dialogue so that it doesn't happen while she's working in the fields, because it seems a little weird that she's like, ah, oh, I can't, whenever I think of kneeling in the hot sun yanking the crops from the earth, I hate it. And she's doing it currently. I mean, that being said, vibes. That was kind of me this weekend. Just like, I hate this. I'm here, but I hate it. I'm not having fun. That being said, I mean, as AV work goes, it was fine. Yeah, the event went fine. It was just a cavalcade of the most boring people you've ever met. It was like some like investor conference where they were talking about stuff, and I was like, y'all, I'm glad I'm just here doing microphones and stuff, because I don't know what a 40x is, and I do not care. And they had me coming in at like 6 a.m. And driving to DC, I had to get up. I had to get up at like 4:30 in the morning, leave at 5 to get there at 6. So I swear some of them I was just falling asleep. Just absolutely falling asleep during their freaking speeches. I think the funniest thing that happened though is that we were working with this like the sort of breakout coordinator, like the breakout lead, who, like, I don't want to give out their name, but this really spicy, pretty cool person, who I guess we look enough alike. I get it. We're like sort of, skinny, light-skinned folk, brown hair, and what was it when we were loading out? We were waiting on a truck, and there was just this car parked in the freaking loading dock, like, um, like our truck that we needed to load stuff in was just circling the block because it couldn't get into the loading dock because there was this freaking like SUV parked there for no reason. Um, and the security guard was like, I don't know who it is, and everyone was running around trying to figure out whose car this was. And when they finally did, that like breakout lead, who was kind of like my manager of the event, as far as the event goes, just like cuss them out. We're absolutely like, hey, don't fucking do that again. This is for trucks, not for cars, please, and goddamn thank you. Um, and then I went around to like security, because of like this other bullshit. I had to get another badge or whatever. And the security card came out and was like, "Your sister's spicy as hell. I like her." And it was like, yeah, you know what? She's cooler than my actual sister. I'll take it. So yeah, that was fun. Um, but yeah, I'm only actually just exploring this new merge now, because this happened while I was doing the event, and I was just dead tired, just absolutely. I couldn't do anything after that. So I got in at 6, and then it, like, I think both of, there was 3 days. One day I got let out at, like, 10 o'clock at night, and so I literally drove home, got into bed, and just woke up at 5 o'clock the next morning. And then all the other times it was at, like, 5 p.m., which is the worst time to be driving out of Washington, D.C. So it was like 3 hours in the freaking car. One of the days I just like, my partner wanted me to go to IKEA, so I parked up in IKEA and just took a nap for like 45 minutes in my car. It's awful. Absolutely horrendous. Like, I don't know, I'm in a weird spot because I like Maryland. Like in terms of the relative politics here, as far as the United States goes, but also, man, I'm so freaking tired of working in DC. Oh my god. I'm so tired of it. And like, I don't know. I want to move out somewhere. Me and my partner have been talking about getting a trip together. I want to go and see, like, Thingy in Belgium or something. And just, like, you know, kind of just see what stuff is like not in the United States. Because things are not great. Hopefully? I think so. AV work almost certainly, just not with the same companies. I would have to get in with something local. But, you know, I don't know about my partner, because she's a mental health nurse, and that's a bit more like structured. Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I already, like, just intend to run my life. Oh, you're living in North America right now? Yeah, I'm sure that that's a huge culture shock, because, like, being a part of it all my life, I feel like the weird one, because I, like, actively try not to work as much as possible, pretty much. Like, I have very low income, but very low spending. Like, I really do just use everything until it dies. I mean, I am just looking at, like, the cell phone's nearly 10 years old. Because I just keep my stuff running forever. And yeah, I don't really, like, do luxuries or anything. I kind of, you know, try and keep things as... Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like it's unusual just because I end up working so much less than a lot of other people. But, you know, I've ended up in that kind of... I've built this thing where I don't have to do that at this point. Between, like, selling D&D stuff, and now I have this to profit off of. All these other, like, ways that people can, support me, and somehow it keeps my head above water. So, like, I would love to be able to do that just in a different place. I don't think it's, like, the most attractive as far as, like, international immigration goes. But, like, it'd be cool. It'd be great. What was I doing? Yes, so I have that one. I have... Yep, I can get bushels of millet. One small thing which you probably wouldn't think about is holiday culture.
Excuse me.
Hi.
Show off how
Oh my
chubby this
god.
kid is.
Okay. Partner's got the kitten.
One of
the kittens that we're fostering for the moment, so we have to show off the kitten.
how tubby that belly is.
And look at the tubby belly. Oh my goodness.
So chonk.
It's so chonk. She's been feeding them. I mean, probably as much as they actually need to be fed, but they're so chunky. Look at the chunky belly. This one's so fine. Just fine with being held. Did you wanted to call this one Palm?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought that this one was Frites, but now we're thinking about calling this one Palm because they're apple-shaped. Oh, they might both be.
Because, they're young enough. You can't really tell with the bits.
Look, if you gun to my head, I could not tell.
You can see little balls on the other one.
Okay.
Yes, I know.
Oh. The other one screams so much if you pick them up. Just immediate screams. Oh god, there she comes. Alright, you're gonna get another kid.
Scream.
The scream one. The one that
Screamy
screams. Oh. There it goes. So upset. Yes, so upset.
You have to communicate. I know.
I have alerted the kitten. The kitten is in an alert state. What am I doing? Millet. Food. Millet beer. I do have millet. Does the quest understand that I have millet? Did I gather it too quickly and it doesn't understand that? No? Quest? Quest, this one was working before. And it was fine. Is that a new... Oh. I don't know about the Sneaking Boys. No, this is a different settlement. This is Eco Herna. Chora is where the Sneaky Boys were. Actually, Eco Herna doesn't have any, boy children. It's just Namara and Hira. So... if this quest is not going to properly understand, that I have millet, then I will try and do other quests within the settlement to trigger the thingamabob. Because I'm trying to see if I can trigger the first conversation of the major side quest, organically. Moscow! Where is Rutamor? Rutamor? Where are you? I could go to Moscow as well, because I think I just need to do 3 different miscellaneous tasks, and he has one as well. Okay, yeah, route to more, here we go. Any work you need done? All of this Yoku words. Basically saying that she wants embalming tools. Which is a fun little repeatable, because vanilla I don't really think gives you any uses for embalming tools beyond just selling them. So there you go. Bit of that. I still don't know why the bushels... It might be because this is a pre-existing character. Because I just wanted to have some levels on me already. So like this is like a level 9's Crashman together. I've used this for a couple of the merge streams. So I guess maybe something with that is just screwing with the scripts. And they're not filling correctly. Are you guys going to be doing the thing with the water textures where you change the watercolor based on location? Yes, but that is something that we have to do last. Because that is, I think I have the tropical water. Yes, I do. I have the tropical water here, but the plugin that I have just changes all of the water everywhere to tropical water. And then what we have to do is basically run a script that will, that someone on Cyrodiil made. I think it was Elscrux. But don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. I don't want to misattribute. But it will basically create, like, a bunch of water types in between them, and then dynamically sort of swap between them in certain areas where you want them to transition. So it's kind of kludgy in how things transition, where it is creating like, 17 new water types to do like bit by bit transition in the areas where we need them to transition, but that's why we want to do it last, because there's every possibility that it could screw up. So it's better to just do that and have everything else lined up and ready to go. So yes, eventually that is the intent. And then I've got kill the pirate captain, but I don't have the quest for Masakal, so I have to go and look at the note in Tava's Roost. There we go. And I can take out the dagger, boop, and it drops. I love that. Speak to Moskal about Tava's Roost. And I do have some more coding and stuff that I want to do. There's some more like tweaks that I want to make to certain quests, but probably not today. I was kind of hanging out today. I'm a little drunk. More so just like enjoying the fact that I have affiliate now and y'all can do text-to-speech or whatever the hell. Why is Tava's Roost closed? All of this. Yes. Can I help with that? One of my favorite lines. Our ancestral temples are not for you to traipse through. Really well. This is a new merge that we just made, so a bunch of my changes that I've just made have been merged into the main build, so I'm testing some stuff out. And then maybe tonight, maybe like on Tuesday, I will start up on the last side quest that is needed for this vertical slice. And it's the big sort of tentpole side quest for this village. It's going to be one that takes you into Ino Herna. If you play your cards right, you're going to be able to talk to an undead Yokuden king. It's a whole thing. Excuse me. You'll get a an artifact from Elder Scrolls Redguard through that quest. I think people are going to really enjoy it. Not that one, Mercenaries Notes. Yeah, that one. All this. Yep. So for right now, because I think I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone here, I'm going to go into Tava's Roost. We do still need doors. It's going to be a thing. It's going to end up being one of the last things that we do, I'm sure. Is getting those freaking doors in. Right, I have this on my list that the door spawner seems to be just slightly too low, where it's making me fall through the floor. I have it on my list of stuff to tweak. Okay, so for this, I have a bunch of perks that I should use. Those Run 2 are a little tanky. But let's get one-handed. Wielding attacks. I'm not too worried about any of that. Anything enchanting. I don't even know really with this current build if any of this would be super duper useful. So I'm just gonna go for it. Oh wait, no, I'm wearing the, like, Breton leather armor, so that's technically light armor, so light armor would actually help. Yes, that is light armor. So, light armor, skill tree, increased light armor rating. Yeah, the Breton, here, wait. Here it is. The Breton leather armor looks really good. It will look better when I eventually light up this dungeon, but that is part of the whole thing, is that this dungeon starts out dark. Let's get flames. Grab the Morax. Hi. Y'all gonna, yeah, there you go. Alright, I forgot that this character has like 17 million magicka, that's fine. Oh yeah, notice by the way though, they actually use the earth magic instead of ice magic like a Draugr. That is something that I did in my last plugin. So they actually should use the correct weaponry as well as the correct spells. And I don't think I'll come across the, like, higher level versions, but they do also get higher level earth spells as they go up. I don't have... I don't have healing potions. Oh, there you go. He just let off the other version, the non-concentration version of the earth spells. Yeah. Heal, 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 heal. Kite him around. There he goes, yeah. That one, that, Or wait, no, that's the air spell. Okay, no, that's also intended. Oh shit. I do actually have candlelight already. There we go. Oh, he also gets... Okay. Forget if gold is just something that shows up on them anyway, or if that's something I can tweak. Forget. Oh right, I have the Shovel of Hurricanes. Ancient Redguard War Axe. That's just the regular crossbow. Yeah. Okay, all of this. I don't think there's anything more in this room. And this room is gonna be a heck of a thing. Actually, I have 17 million magicka. Yeah, let's just... Oh wait, this is the frostbite spider room. Actually, this is fine. I didn't need to worry about this at all. It's just the frostbite spider, which this should not be in the final version of this dungeon. It's just kind of a placeholder for stuff. I've been poisoned! God. Come on. There you go. I am also excited for the eventual release. I want to get this stuff out the door. Which is already, like, getting to a pretty good place. It's just we need to do a bunch of this, like, details and stuff. Yay, embalming tools. That's actually what I needed. Greystone. Should have it. Yeah, I do have it on my, quick menu, so I should just use that. Okay, it is this one that is going to mess me up. All the earthquakes! Oh, that's where the button is. Okay. Shit. It's just a, like... Yeah. Fuck off. Slightly faster. Healing. Yeah, I really think level 9, level 10 is the sweet spot for this area being like relatively challenging, but not crazy. Someone just pinged me on Discord. I'm gonna check that out real quick just to make sure. Oh yeah. That was Aaron from the Silver Cannon shop that I work with. If you're in Baltimore, hey. Well, work with. I kind of hang out with them. I do streams with them. They don't like pay me currently. But they are selling my old Warhammer army, so... And I mean, they pay me for the premium Cyberpunk campaign that I run at the store, so yeah. Work with is a loose term. But, yeah, it was them just congratulating me on affiliate. Can't wait till we have the actual model for these guys and they're not just Draugr.
Are you ready, kids?
Hey! Thanks for the sub. I left that notification going a little long, but that's fine. That's my cat. That's Leroy. In his little cone with a scrunchie on his ears. Because he's a very sweet boy. Okay, so there's one more. Ah, shit! Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, I just saw your message on Discord. Yeah, I'm having fun with it. The being able to make all the like new alerts and stuff is a lot of fun. If I back up in the wrong way, I'm gonna hit into more Raunetu. I know it. Chip. I gotta be careful. If I get to low enough health with the air spell that he's throwing at me, I will, woo! I'll get ragdolled. And then I am really screwed. What? Okay. Heady Soul Gem, Shaheem, a sword. Somewhere there should be, I mean, like, in the loot tables. Potion of Stamina. The loot tables should also have new spells in them. So I should be able to get, like, Tapa's Gravewind, a bunch of the different elemental spells, copper ore. This is useful for upgrading the ancient Redguard gear to make copper ingots. You can also just get copper ingots from the from those urns. So, we go up here. Elven armor of major destruction. Yes, the one thing that I didn't do a lot of is the enchantment. I made a lot of the enchantments, but I didn't put them into the leveled lists because that was pretty late in the process. So that's going to be another bit of work that I do to make the Hammerfell version of these enchanted armors. Even though, to be honest, actually having elven armor in there kind of makes sense, just with the proximity with Alinor, Somerset Isles being so close. So actually I might just keep elven armor as part of that loot table. Gold, stamina, wooden cup. Sword. No. Actually, is that light armor? It is light armor, so theoretically, yeah, if I was actually just playing this casually, I would probably just swap to that. Yeah, it's a straight buff. You got your little fire spout, fire boy. Briefing? Okay, here we go. Are you following me down here? Do you have the nav mesh to follow me down here? Where did you go? Did you go down this way? Yeah. Interesting. I guess because there's rubble in the middle here that might be screwing up their nav mesh, and so they're just going the clear direction for them. Probably gonna be like right around here? No, now they're going the opposite way. Any way that I go, they're going the opposite. Come on, you're so close, you're so close. There you go. You are not close. Just worry about the copper merchants from what is it, Aya Nasir. Aya Nasir sells me non-quality copper. Beware of purchasing from Aya Nasir. God, oh, we really should put, like, graffiti of that somewhere. Like, somewhere in the Yoku ruins needs to be, an Aya Nasir reference. There is no light here for the moment. But once I finish this quest, there will be. Shaheen. And I do have candlelight. Here we go. Boop. Ow. Now, yeah, someone mentioned this last time when I was looking at these. It appears that these do have collision, they're just stretched too much. So, that might be some— Whoa! 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 Okay, wait a minute. How did I just do that? Alright, now we're QAing. Now we're QAing here. What exactly did I just do to drop through the earth there? So I was like... No, because I had dropped here, and then I was looking up here, and I went like this way. Woo, okay. Wow. Is it just these walls that don't have collision? Is it any of these walls? It's any of these walls. Why don't these walls have collision? Fishy? Hey, Fishy. Why don't these walls have collision? Why can't I just walk through these? Who's shooting at me? Abba run it too. That's an even higher level one. Oh, hi. Hey, and it's the bow variant that... Oh, wait, actually, Anka is... Whoa. You just spawned in? What is happening? No, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. The Anka Ranetu are higher level than Abba Ranetu. Abba meaning, like, dirty or unclean. Anka meaning old. Ancient. Yeah. I want to see if he gets caught in the fire. Wait a minute. Yeah, come on up. Come on. Yeah. Get burned, loser. I think it's kind of advantageous that oh well, no, now he's using the air actually, so that actually would not, me having light armor would not help against that, but having light armor against the earth spells could actually be sort of beneficial because the earth spells reduce your armor rating, and if my armor rating is already not that high because of light armor, it might not, like, have that much of a deleterious effect. So, these do have collision, I just gotta jump over the end there. And then we'll have to figure out adding something to the end of here to make the bridges actually, complete. Tin ore, yeah. You can get tin and... What is it? Tin and something else make copper? Tin and bronze. So you can get copper ore or the tin and bronze and mix them. No, no, no. Oh no. Oh no, I'm stuck. I'm stuck on the edge. Yes, okay. Here we go. And now... we light up the dungeon. And it's beautiful, and I fell through. Whoa! So did... Ra-Netu bow. I thought I renamed them to Ancient Redguard bow, except for the honed version. So that's interesting. I'll have to go and look at that. But yeah, you can see we've got a bunch of new light sources here that really light the dungeon up. Is Davy Jones' locker in the mod? I mean, not currently, but yeah, Hermaeus Mora has sort of a similar thing going on in lore, and has like a there's like a whirlpool out in the Abetian that people have said would take you out, would take you into Hermaeus Mora's realm. Yeah, this is a run to Vashira, which is basically like a mini boss level. And you can see my flames are not really doing a whole lot. And there's more. Okay. There's another one. I mean, there is the bottom of the ocean, but not like, you know, a separate realm or anything down there. But we do have more ocean content. Okay. I think I'm at least out of the Vashira's way for right now. Which island am I on? I'm right now on Hearn. I mean, all of these things are things that I want to put in. They're just not currently in these two islands. These would be like Stros things, where it's really pirate-centric. Potion of Shrouded Swim. Spelltome Squall, yeah, so here we're getting some of the new spells. Woodcutter's Axe, Staff of the Familiar, sure. Oh yeah, and I gotta make all the different staff variants, because we have Ancient Redguard staves, but I've got to make the different variants for the different spells that you can actually find. But yeah, I'd absolutely be down to do a Flying Dutchman thing. Here, and I can level up. Let's go ahead and level up some destruction magic, actually, because that is helping me a lot.
Off Hammerfell's forgotten coast, where whispers drown the sailor's boast, stands Hearn, in shadow, wrapped in blight, a broken gem in endless night. Its dungeon calls with carved-out lore, a sunken gate, a shattered floor. You enter deep with sword and vision, only to find there's no collision, no walls to touch, no ground to tread, just falling through the void instead. A tale half told by code's derision, the island mocks with failed precision.
Fantastic. I'm already really enjoying having the text-to-speech. Flames. Can I... Where did the Vashira go? Because I would actually like to see what loot you have. Just like, don't kill me, please? Where did you go? Whoa! There you are. Oh, yep, and you've got the enchanted, what is it? Draugr swords. That I have the enchanted versions made, they're just not in the leveled lists for the Ra-Netu swords that they would actually want to use. Do you have the correct enchanted shields? Is another question. So, not enchanted. Honed ancient Nord sword of cold. Yes, this is correct. Oh yeah, the Kothringi ghost ship is like the Crimson ship, which was mentioned in a couple of books and stuff. We have definitely talked about putting something like that in. And I would be into it. I don't know about the Crimson ship specifically because Bethesda kind of already reused that for Starfield with the Crimson Fleet. But also I could be convinced to just do it anyway. Yeah, that's the like plague ship that just showed up. It like showed up without any crew on it or something. I'm not remembering the exact book currently. Ankaranletu. Where was the other Vashira? Did you die up here? Yes. Iron Shield, War Axe of Cold, Sword of Cold. Okay. So yeah, I just gotta replace the other stuff within your leveled lists. That will be in a new plugin. Let's see. No Warhammers or maces are... We have maces for the Hammerfell Steel set. Do I have the other ones here? I don't think I do. Oh wait, steel mace. There we go. So we do have maces for the generic, like general Hammerfell steel set. But yeah, not for the Ranetu. And I don't think we have given them Warhammers either. I mean, for a culture that is so like focused on blades, it kind of makes sense that they don't have as much blunt. But here is the general Hammerfell steel mace, which I think looks pretty good. I like it. Also, I would like to set up an actual shrine here that you can get the Tava enchantment from. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's a nice way to, you know, distinguish things. And it means a little bit less work on our end. But that being said, the swords that you get in Hammerfell are fantastic. I mean, there's this. Look at this. I love this thing. It's so freaking cool looking. Yeah, and I have the greatsword. The greatsword's even better. Look at that. It's cool as hell. Yeah. I love the Ranetu set. So I should be able to go into the temple. And I've got stuff for both of you. Hello. Greetings. I have embalming tools for you. Here, take the gold. What's up? You're a little close, honey. Okay, cool. That's good. Relit the fires. Take this. Did he also just give me gold? I think he also just gave me gold. The Ranetu models have been started. Devasa has been working on them. And I've seen like a pretty early model of one of the lower level versions, but I don't know how far along in terms of actually, like, being happy with them and finished. Ranetu are, it's basically the Draugr of Hammerfell. They are undead, and Ranetu meaning returned warrior. So it is just basically, undead red guards. But because of the Red Guard sort of culture around undead, where they still, and this is mentioned in a couple of different pieces of dialogue, where Red Guards still see undead as primarily being their ancestors. Like, yes, they are hostile, but they are still due some respect, and so, you know, actively harming them or desecrating their bodies in that way is still, it's not exactly, like, illegal or anything, but they try not to do it if they can. So yeah, there's a couple of things, including in the note for Tava's Roost here I have, where it mentions that, like, our returned warriors have claimed it for their own, and I can no longer keep them back with interior doors and turning spells. I really want to highlight that, you know, Redguard priests will use turn undead spells in order to keep the tide of undead at bay without necessarily harming the bodies. Because they are still, to a point, sacred. What else am I doing? I turned in those 2 quests. I have to go kill the pirate captain because the millet quest is not working. That's fine. Oh yeah, and all of the stuff outside of Tava's Roost now is also, lit, and in fact, if I just TCL, yeah, you'll get, like, some extra gold if you don't kill, any of the undead in there. Yeah, and there you go. I kind of wish we could make a bigger signal fire than this. I mean, the only other bigger fire is, like, the giant campfire, which looks a little... It doesn't look great up here, to be honest. Like, this still... It's fine. It works. Potion of water walking. Nice. Shock. Give me... What can I just throw away here? Dwemer plate, sure. Fork, hoe, jar, pot, Dwemer metal for some reason. Yeah, it won't be a huge thing, at least for this miscellaneous task. It is more impactful for the side quest in Enoherna, where you can still continue the quest if you harm the undead, but you'll miss out on talking to an undead Yokudan king. Because if you don't respect their, and he'll tell you when you enter that part of the dungeon, like, there will be a voice line like, hey, don't, I have it, it's written. Yeah, exactly. You know, you can either fight him if you don't respect their culture, you go down there and you just fight him and you continue the quest, or you can talk to him if you do respect their culture, and he'll just kind of, he'll talk to you a little bit, he'll give you what you need, and then just kind of send you on your way. And I have that whole dialogue written, and I'm very excited to implement that. Running past them, using turn undead spells, using calm spells if you have the Necromage perk as well. And invisibility. There's actually quite a bit. Like even using just vanilla methods. And there is at least a new turn undead variant for Hammerfell that I've made that is a like a concentration, so like one that'll just spray sort of turn undead, a lower level turn undead. Yeah, I imagine most people don't use turn undead in the vanilla game because there's not really a reason to. In the vanilla game, for the most part, that just kind of like pushes all the enemies to the last room, and then you just fight them all there, as opposed to this where you're actively like trying not to harm them. Is there special dialogue if you talk to him and then slapstick and loot him afterwards? I haven't written it, but that would be interesting. Oh wait, didn't I make... Maybe I did. I think I did make a little, like, extra... Oh, betrayer line, like if you hit him, and then he'll... If you do the whole thing and then hit him during the dialogue, he'll be like, oh, you Horain, betrayer. That kind of thing. Because he obviously uses tons of Yoku. Yeah. Yeah, and this will just make them flee as well, but we can kind of... What I want to do is make sure within the level design there's like a side room so that you can push them into the side room and then just like make your way through the actual door. Yeah. And maybe I've already screwed with Turn Undead a little bit already. Maybe I'll see if I can do something like that and like make a paralyze undead, freeze undead sort of thing. To also give people a couple of more options for that. So now I'm going into the pirate camp. I'm just gonna be fighting. Hi, hello. How do you have so much health, my dude? What the actual shit? What? Oh, he's resistant to flames? Okay. So healing. Let's do... Alright, I got new spells. So let's Squall. Wind Rune. And then I will go in here and equip Squall. Wait, so I need healing. And Squall. Wow! I guess so. I guess he just resists magic in general from being a Breton, I guess? I have no idea. I didn't think that even Bretons were, quite that powerful. But okay. He at least went down pretty quick with martial damage, so, like, physical damage, so it's actually not terrible. Let's do Wind Rune. I don't think I've tried Wind Rune. Just want to see what it's like. I imagine it's pretty similar, but... Psst. Oh, it's the captain. Well, there you go. Yeah, well, that was easy. Yep, you got all that. Come on, come at me. Go on. Wow, runes are crazy. I love the way that people fall over in Skyrim. It's great. Just boop. Huh! Still gonna go up here just to get the chests. This chest, nothing interesting. I'm gonna go up and get the boss chest that's here. Also, this person, who I swear I always forget to actually fight, because they... like, there's no real reason to go to that little area. There's gonna be a mod that replaces the ground model of the... I would love that, actually. I want a banana rune. Banana peel rune. Also, okay, if someone's gonna do that, it 100% has to make a slide whistle noise when it goes off. When someone goes over the banana peel rune, it has to make a whoop. Hey, everything's going pretty good. I'm honestly just like casually playing. I've been drinking a little bit today. I'm just kind of having fun. Amethyst, a Varla stone. Why is this in it? Oh, right, because this is from the... Is this from the Creation Club thing? Because I'm fairly certain I didn't put this in there. But it might be in the enchanted list. Do you think I could use something like Noble Skyrim, like playing Beyond Skyrim? I'm unsure what Noble Skyrim is. Is that a mod list? Like a Wabbajack thing? Texture overhaul. It would probably be fine. I usually recommend people use Project Clarity to get vanilla textures sort of up to snuff with Beyond Skyrim textures. So, yeah, it should be fine. Alright, so I have this done. I should be able to go back to Ecoherda and turn it in. And then if I go to Rutamor, she should start that that dialogue, and that is that task complete. It's already almost 9:30. Well, I've been streaming for like an hour. Hang out for a little bit more and then I'll head out. So I need to go back to Rutamor. If she's still here, she might be on the Boat of Souls. Which, speaking about level design, I might want to level design the Boat of Souls. Because the interior doesn't have anything in it right yet. And, I think it would be cool to make a boat full of corpses and things. And also I want to put some extra, force fields up in there so that when you do the Center of Circles thing and you get the Elder Scrolls Redguard item, you can come back and get some extra loot from that because it'll help you get rid of force fields. It's a whole thing. Oh, right. I didn't need to speak to Moskal. I needed to speak to Hamal. Too tired. Been a weekend. Hamal? Are you gonna be angry if I go in your house? Can I talk to you? Eyes closed. Okay. Then get out of here before I get a bounty? Cool. Alright. Then there's that. And now, if I go and speak to... Hi, Yashenka. If I go and speak to Rutamor? Yes, fantastic. Find the key, Ashsia deny, deep below the sand. Itetingai. Ibudua, Dua Alusan. Mo Boltokern, take the ring. Its circle belongs to Inoherna. I like Yoku, it's just fun. It's fun to say. Dua Alusan. Ansumakele, take. Bring the tarnished ring to Inoherna, and I think... Will it actually give me... Okay, it didn't actually give me that, because I messed up the way that does, but that's fine. It would be interesting. We don't have any, a mechanic through which you can, like, fully learn Yoku. I want to make, like, a phrase book that I still need to write, so that the player, you as a player, can understand it. But as a character, it would be neat to, you know, make that and have some different options with people who speak heavy Yoku. Oh yeah, yeah. I think there are some instances in Rutamor's dialogue that you can, like, it sort of imply that you understand a bit more of what she's talking about, as opposed to just being like, what? I don't get it. And there is a lot of hidden meaning if you, like, actually know the words that she's saying. There's some neat little tidbits in there. Cool. So that is the start of Center of Circles. That's what eventually will lead you to go into Inoherna. Right now, I think even if I did this, yeah, the map markers, the quest objectives aren't set up yet. So that's just its own thing that I'm gonna have to do later. But yeah. Otherwise, these quests seem to work, except for Ashenka's for some reason, but that one's worked before, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, and here I was talking about the Boat of Souls, so I'll go over here and show you this, because there's... Oh! There was a couple of mummies over here. Okay, wait, did someone do extra work on this that I didn't see? Yes, cool! Great. Awesome. No, this is great. I would kind of love, once we have, Ranetu models, to, like, just replace the heads of these. So it's explained in dialogue with Rutamor, but the Boat of Souls is essentially the dead of Eco Herna. They inter them here on the boat, and preserve them to then eventually be sailed back to Yokuda and buried on Yokudan land. The idea being that, like, you want them buried at home. Yokuda is still home. So they bring them back there. Every, like, decade or so, they'll sail back to Yokuda. Yeah, and then some of these I just want to put, like, the force field magic effect on them and make them not searchable until you dissipate the force field with the ring that you get. And then, yeah, I'll also have to futz with their, what are the people of Hern and Kespar actually called? I mean, they're called Red Guards, but more specifically, they are Tomba, because they each actually used to be their own kingdom. They've sort of waned over time, and then Stros Makai kind of nominally has jurisdiction over them at this point, because they're just so small that they can't really be considered like a full kingdom. Outside of just, like, sort of, what is it? Not ritualistic. What's the word I'm looking for? Ceremonial purposes. So, Kespar is Tomba do Kespar, and the people of Hern are Tomba do Ern. Yeah, pretty simple. Which essentially just means, like, Kingdom of Kespar, Kingdom of Hern, but it is also used for the people of the kingdom. So it's not just like, yeah, there's not really a distinction between the kingdom and the populace. It is just all one thing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, in the dialogue, people will call themselves Tomba do Ern, or Tomba do Kespar. So it's not unusual in Hammerfell to hear someone say something like that, like, I am Tomba do Kespar, whatever. Yeah. And in fact, what was it? In one of the dialogues when you get the house that I showed off in one of the last implementation streams, where you can ask, like, hey, am I Tomba do Kespar now? And the guy's like, not really. Like, you live here, but you're not quite. Let's not go that far just yet. He uses a different term that I think is, like, Nudri. Oh, what was it? It was like Nudri in transition. Like, you are becoming the kingdom of part of the kingdom of Kespar, but you're not there yet. And Nudri being, like, outsider, so it's like you are an outsider in transition. Yeah, I think the Yoku language has kind of coalesced into a really neat, honestly very flexible, and, like, kind of, it has some of those interesting idiosyncrasies that I feel like a lot of real languages do. Weird stuff like that. Like, oh, I am the kingdom of Kespar would sound weird in another language, but it doesn't for Yoku. The basic grammar is pretty much, at least the basic sentence structure is pretty much English, just because most of our writers are English, and we're not trying to reinvent the wheel here, you know. Tom Kahlo Pascar. Well, we've already got some player home stuff. You know, we got some stuff going on where you can live here. What was I saying? Yeah, the basic sentence structure is pretty much the same as English. It is just in those sort of word choices, in the way that things are referred to, that the grammar can get a little different. But it's sort of more the exception than the rule. So, you know, we can have new writers come in and kind of pretty quickly get a basic idea of how to make a yoku sentence. And then, you know, the editors, things like that, will just deal with like, oh, okay, this is, you know, most Yokudans would say this in a very slightly different way. Here we can edit that, or do you want it to be this way because maybe this person's not, you know, doesn't speak Yoku a lot, blah blah blah. It can be like a character thing. Like, I'm trying to think, what other little like oddities are there in the Yoku language? There's definitely more. That I'm just like, it's one of those things where I'm putting myself on the spot and just trying to think about it, and I'm like, I don't know. But when I actually get up to it, it pops in my head. And in fact, speaking of the, like, owning a house and stuff, we were talking on the server about, how Hearthfire uses a lot of its custom materials like stone and clay. It tends to use like very small amounts for large projects. Like you use one clay to make an entire wall of your house. And we were wondering in our server, I've been kind of talking about like, do we want to go by that? Do we want to balance it off of that? Or do we want to allow ourselves to, like, because we have a pottery wheel. Here, I'll go over to the pottery wheel in Torah. There's enemies nearby. Okay. Oh, I wandered into ghoul territory. So, like with our pottery wheel, yeah, because they're like new materials, I understand that. But like we've been wondering, oh, you know, there's certain pots that are a bit bigger than other pots. Do we want them to be like 2 clay, even though compared to Hearthfire, that would be like a shit ton of clay? But for our purposes, it actually like kind of makes sense for it to be just a little bit more. So I don't know, it's not something that I have like a super I'm not like crazy opinionated about it. If we decide to not go by that balance, great, cool. If people want us to keep to that balance, sure. It's kind of where we're at already. Where like all of our clay pots just take 1 clay. And it's part of our loot lists as well, so you'll like find clay and stone and stuff just around. Like here, if I go to the pottery wheel, see we've got just clay, boop boop boop.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Ah, a letter from the Jarl.
Oh yeah, a letter from the Jarl.
Looks like that's it. Time to go.
I've got a letter from the Jarl. Okay. From Jarl Siggeir of Falkreath for some reason. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, because I'm past level 10. I don't know if that's something that I would want to go in and, like, disable. Not disable, but, like, put in a conditional that it wouldn't spawn if you're in Hammerfell or something. I'm not sure. Because generally for Beyond Skyrim, we don't want to... Yeah, we don't want to, like, mess with vanilla content. But that is pretty funny. Yeah, this is pretty far-fetched to literally have him come halfway across Tamriel to deliver a letter that's just like, "Hey, I heard you're pretty cool. What's up? You want to build a house?" Interesting. But yeah, here's the pottery. This was what I was coming here for, was the pottery wheel. And then, yeah, you see you can make all the different, clay stuff, and it's all just one clay, except for the statues, which I made have, like, clay and then also a gem inside, to give them a little more, you know, make them a little more unique. You're, like, mildly interesting, and he goes cross-continent for you. Yeah, exactly, it's pretty silly. Yeah, it would be very funny to be, like, in the middle of Valen Wood in a jungle. Like a dense forest, and the guy comes up to you and is like, "Hey! Jarl Siggeir of Falkreath thinks you're pretty cool." Yeah, it might be something that we look at. Maybe it'll just be a separate patch, that we do, just in case, because I know, like, generally we don't want to mess with vanilla stuff too much, so maybe it'll just be an optional, plugin file that'll just be like, "Hey, this'll..." The courier will not follow you into Hammerfell. I didn't actually make anything at the pottery wheel, did I? Well, I'll make something, why not? I know that I can, I know that it works, so let's make a statuette of Tava. Boop. And now I have a statuette of Tava. Not the wooden statuette, just the regular statuette, yes. The wooden one's 250? I thought I had made the wooden ones less valuable. Maybe I'll go back and futz with that. Yeah. I feel like the wooden ones should be less valuable. Oh, there you go. I can just move. Tava. The old art of Tava. A lot of these are like the older art that we used to use for the different gods, which is kind of neat. Yeah, tin ore. Yep, we've got tin and bronze and copper. I think I have copper ore in here as well. Yeah, copper. And there's mithril and adamantium ore and all kinds of stuff like that, but not in Hammerfell. Well, mithril will be in Hammerfell, but not in this area of Hammerfell, because it's in the Dragontail Mountains. Yeah. What else can I do around here? Let me check I'm gonna check the, change log, just to make sure if there's anything else interesting that I want to check out. Red spot tweaks, generic dialogue fixes, map marker corrections, cool. Underwater LD, great. Dragon Star work. Ooh. Oh, that's right. We have the pirate dagger and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, the difference in like 100 gold is really not gonna matter too much. You see, weapon pirate dagger. There we go. Player dot add item. I don't think this is in any like lists or anything yet. Although I'm absolutely gonna add it to the pirate weapons leveled list. But this is the new pirate dagger that we just got in 417 C pirate dagger, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. Look at that. That's cool as hell. Yeah. I love that big chunky, what is it, pommel on it? Well, the pirate set that we are making, is going to be specifically like a Hammerfell pirate set, like for the Abetian. Which is why, you know, if I go back into it, it's pretty clearly like Middle Eastern inspired. Yeah, so I think our Breton pirates are just going to use, you know, well, pretty much whatever. I mean, actually, they can use this as well, but probably not in the Sea of Ghosts. In the Sea of Ghosts, they'll probably use, like, the mixture between Skyrim and High Rock weapons. Yeah. And the pirate weapon set is a pretty limited set as well. It's gonna be dagger. It's dagger, crossbow, sword. Dagger, crossbow, sword. Is there anything else? I think there was like a... Is it like a spear or something? I forget. There is like a two-handed weapon. But it's basically our equivalent of like the Forsworn set. Well, this building, this is the only one that doesn't have collision, is the inn, and it's clearly not finished yet. We still need to add the like roof area to it, and yeah, collision and stuff. Devos is currently working on it. No, it's just this one. This is one. The other ones have collision. Yeah, this one's fine. It was just this, and then yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to somebody about the Yoku Ruin walls. I don't know what that was about. That was weird and new. Oh, I didn't show you pummel throwing? Look, pummel throwing is a legitimate battle strategy. Strategy for dueling. Milled flour. Yeah, thank you for making that reference, though. I do like that a lot. It's one of those fun, examples of how early, like, sword fighting treatises would just, like, we just put in whatever works. It doesn't matter if it's gonna work consistently. We just put in whatever worked at the time. This is a thing you can do, yeah. Um, the one at the plantation. Oh, the one at the plantation. I mean, yeah, that whole Stros Mackay building set is also not finished yet. Yeah. So we're not too worried about that yet. But I mean, if you want to help give us some 3D help, like, we're not gonna say no. Like, come on, come help. Come do stuff. I want someone to make the rest of this pirate set. Give me my pirate crossbow. I'm, like, more excited for that than anything in this mod. Actually, because we do have the gravel, I could make a pocket sand. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't get to make decisions on that. They just, yeah, I think for 3D, they, wanted you to have a little more experience. I mean, if you go into the AU, you can, I think Devas's on there. You can pretty much ask exactly what, they would prefer you to learn. Because yes, I am not a 3D person. All I hear is 3D help, yes, but, you know, obviously, not all help is always as helpful as everything else. It would be the same thing if I was going to look at a writer. Like, I do actually have to look at your quality of writing, because that's what I know, and it's, it can be more trouble than it's worth fixing someone's, work versus, you know, either just do, what the fuck happened here? Okay. But yeah, it can sometimes be more trouble fixing someone's work when it doesn't, you know, go well the first time than just either doing it yourself or getting someone who knows exactly what needs to be done. .3D is something that I want to start learning, especially because I want to get into more solo game dev and my little secret Wayflame project that is not a secret. Yeah, I want to at least get to a point where I can add sort of basic 3D meshes into things. Yeah, you know, I hear you. It took me like 4 or 5 times trying to get into the creation kit to really get it to click, but once it clicked, it actually became really fun. It was too macro. There was an application that would have taken. Oh, well, maybe because it was 3D, they just wanted to model. I don't know, I don't remember, to be honest. It would have taken me much longer, and I have other projects. Yeah. I mean, 3D takes a long time. It is a heck of a lot of work, especially getting into it. Like, once you know what you're doing, watching a 3D person just go and, like, they're going through all the, like, watching Fishy just go on 3D is wild and very entertaining. But, getting to that point is a schlep. I mean, same thing with getting to this point on, with the CK. Like, I'm not even at a point where I would consider, like, what I'm doing to be, you know, dynamic and entertaining, because it doesn't. I run into a lot of, why isn't this working? Staring at the screen for 20 minutes. you know, if I can get to a point with CK work that Fishy is at with 3D, where it's like just legitimately entertaining and impressive to watch him work, awesome. Or even better if it's with Godot. Or really any other engine, but I've been wanting to work with Godot a bit more. In fact, I've been talking with a friend of mine who's a Python developer about making us some frameworks within Godot to help us basically get marginal bits of CK functionality in there. Because, you know, some parts of the CK are legitimately very useful. You know, AI packages, stuff like that, is actually very nice. It's just there's also parts of it that are not so nice. Like, quest aliases is kind of a cool idea. I just wish they weren't... I wish you didn't have to make a quest alias for everything you need in the quest, for every single quest that you make. Like, if there was just a sort of, like, universal list of aliases that it could make, so you could reference an alias without having to create it individually within every quest, and then doing so would not make the reference persistent the whole time, would, like, actually be super useful and very nice. So then at that point, like, don't reference the object at all. Just don't even worry about that. Use the alias. There's a universal alias list. Done. Yeah. And yeah, crashing. I mean, I'm sure if we get into a point with Godot, it's going to crash, because that's just the nature of development software, but yeah. Yeah, like, this is a whole lot of different things to make this effect work. You've got, like, the actual waterfall mesh, the rocks here, the splashing effect, which is a separate thing, both of these, the two other ones coming down here, the splashing effect here. I don't think I'm going to be able to survive this, because this Durzog is pretty strong, but I'm gonna try. What's up, buddy? What's up? Give me healing. Now I'm hoping that the Durzog has not healed, so that I can just Wind Rune again. Yeah! Oh my god, it just disappeared. I've shunted it out of existence. Alright, now this is another quest that I have done, but I actually want to go in and futz with, because cinematically it's just not working out very well. Yeah, the actual scene is ending before the line does, which it should. It's supposed to be waiting for this line to end in order to stop the that whole thing. In order to stop the scene that's supposed to play. But I also want to go in and make the scene a little more complex anyway, so Not an awful thing. Earth Rune. More new spells. Books. Arc Swim, Earth Rune. Cool. I guess since I just, got Earth Swim. Okay, yeah, oh god, it's almost 10 o'clock. I should head out and go to bed. But here, I will demonstrate if no one has seen swim spells yet, which was my... Oh, hi. Hi, hello. Hi, Mud Crab. While these recolors are nice, I really hope one day... yeah, go for it. I really hope one day we can do the Abetian mud crabs like we have concept art for, where they have much brighter coloration and like bits of glass and shiny things like stuck in their shells. I thought that was a really cool detail that we had, where it was like, oh, you know, for mating, they, you know, stick shiny stuff to their shells. What was the limit of custom map icons? I believe it's 256? Something like that. In fact, I think it's on the Arcane University wiki. But yeah, here's Arc Swim, by the way. Doesn't do anything when you're on land, but once you start swimming, boom. I have a lightning cloak. And in fact, there's some potion versions that are in BS Assets now that I need to go and make a plugin for, because someone else made those potions but forgot to add the... Here, wait, I have one of my potions here. Yeah, Shrouded Swim. They forgot to add the while swimming. So it just says, you know, oh, you have a, you're shrouded in whatever, but it doesn't say while swimming, so it just seems like it does it normally. Like just all the time, so gotta go in and add that, because that's important. Alright. Yep, it's getting late. I should go to bed. This was fun. I'm super glad to have, like, more of this functionality. If you haven't played with it yet, I've got freaking channel points and stuff, and, subscriptions and nonsense. I actually don't know how to give people channel points, but I will figure that out as we do stuff. I assume there's a way that I can just, like, give it to people, right? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I can gift subs. Anyway. Thanks for hanging out. I'll figure this stuff out as we go along. Oh, you get channel points just by watching it. Okay. I was looking it up just trying to be like, how do I give people channel points? What do I do? Like, alright, cool. I don't have to do anything. Great. Yeah. I think I'll be streaming again like on Tuesday. Hopefully before then I'll have a little time to do some more stuff and we'll have something new to look at. Until then, y'all have a good one.